Angel Tony Torres was a young man whose disappearance in 1999 has left his family and community seeking answers for decades. What could possibly lead to the disappearance of Angel Tony Torres from the quiet streets of Bford, Maine? Was it the undercurrents of racial tension, a secret knowledge of unsolved crimes, or something more sinister at play? Join us as we uncover the mystery in today's video. Born to Puerto Rican natives Ramona and Narciso Torres, Tony grew up during a tumultuous time in New York City's history. The Torres family's decision to move from New York City to Maine was driven by a desire for safety and a better quality of life. The 1980s in NYC were challenging times, with the city grappling with economic struggles, a surge in crime rates, and the devastating impact of the crack cocaine epidemic. The streets were often unsafe, and the future uncertain. For Ramona and Narciso Torres, the well-being of their children was paramount, and they sought a place that could offer a sense of security and community that New York could not provide at the time. In 1985, they made the bold decision to relocate to Denmark, Maine. This serene town, nestled among forests and lakes, was a world away from the frenetic pace and dangers of the city. It was here that Angel Tony Torres, a vibrant and outgoing young man, could explore his interests in a safe environment. Tony was known for his charismatic and friendly nature, easily making friends and becoming a beloved member of his new community. Angel, affectionately known as Tony, had a zest for life that was infectious. He was actively involved in sports, showcasing his athletic abilities on the soccer field and basketball court. His passion for music was evident as he immersed himself in the rhythms of salsa and the melodies of popular music, often sharing this love with those around him. Tony's personality was a blend of his urban roots and the nurturing influence of Maine's tranquil setting. However, his life took an unexpected turn when he vanished on May 21, 1999, after traveling from Massachusetts to Bford, Maine at the end of his junior year in college. Angel Tony Torres was last seen in the early hours of May 21, 1999, in Bford, Maine. On that fateful day, Tony had traveled from Massachusetts, where he was living at the time, to visit friends in Bford. The night of his disappearance, he was reportedly on South Street in Bford. Jay Carney was indeed with Angel Tony Torres on the night of his disappearance. As a key figure in the case, Carney's account of the events could have provided crucial information to the authorities. However, his untimely death in 2015 meant that any knowledge he had of what happened to Tony that night went with him to the grave. The lack of concrete information from Carney has been a significant obstacle in solving the mystery of Tony's fate. His death without revealing the full story has only deepened the situation and the Torres family's anguish. The investigation into Angel Tony Torres' disappearance has been long and arduous, with detectives tirelessly following leads for over 2 decades. From the outset, the circumstances surrounding Tony's vanishing pointed towards foul play. The abrupt nature of his disappearance, the last sighting on South Street in Bford, and the lack of subsequent credible sightings all suggested that Tony did not leave of his own volition. Over the years, detectives have pursued various leads, hoping to uncover new evidence that could shed light on the case. They have interviewed numerous individuals, revisited the scene multiple times, and worked with forensic experts to analyze any potential clues. Despite their efforts, the case remains unsolved, leaving Tony's family and the community with lingering questions and a yearning for closure. The dedication of law enforcement to this case reflects the broader commitment to solving missing persons cases, no matter how much time has passed. After spring break, Tony went back to school to finish his junior year. A couple of months later, in May, he got a summer job as a waiter. He also leased an apartment off campus with his girlfriend, Beth. They took a big step and went to Denmark to meet Tony's family for Mother's Day weekend. After a nice weekend with his family, they returned to Boston to prepare for their move. About a week later, Tony called his parents to wish them a happy anniversary on May 19, 1999. His mother joked, "One day it'll be you celebrating your own anniversary." Tony said he'd call back in a few days because he and Beth had just moved into their new apartment in the small town of Barre, Massachusetts, and their new landline phone service wasn't set up yet. However, there was something Tony didn't mention to his mother. He was actually in Maine, not Massachusetts. About a week later, Ramona answered the phone, hoping it might be Tony. She hadn't heard from him, but she knew he was busy with his new apartment and job. Instead of Tony, it was Beth, his girlfriend. Beth asked Ramona if she'd seen Tony, assuming he was with his parents. He had missed his shift at his new job in Massachusetts, which was unusual for responsible Tony. Beth thought maybe something had come up while Tony was in Maine, and he forgot to call. Ramona told Beth she hadn't seen Tony since Mother's Day weekend, and they hadn't planned for him to visit. But Beth insisted that's not what Tony had told her. She said she had dropped him off at the bus station in Boston, heading to Maine, on Wednesday the 19th, the day of his parents' anniversary. Narciso and Ramona tried to stay calm, but they couldn't help worrying. Tony often visited Maine to see his old school friends in Bford, just an hour's drive from his parents' house. It seemed strange that he hadn't even mentioned being in Maine or dropped by to say hello, but Tony was 21 now, and he didn't need their permission to go anywhere. However, something didn't sit right with Beth calling to look for him, especially since he had missed work. So they decided to file a missing persons report, and the search for Angel Antonio Torres began. External involvements. In exploring the case of Angel Tony Torres' disappearance, potential external connections or enemies may hold significance. According to reports, Tony was a sociable individual with an upbeat personality, but his popularity, particularly among young women, caused friction with some of his male peers. His father, Narciso Torres, recalled instances where Tony's interactions with white girls led to racial tensions, suggesting that these interpersonal conflicts could have escalated. Moreover, 2 months before his disappearance, Tony had mentioned to his parents that he knew who was responsible for the murder of Ashley Ouellette, a local teen whose case remains unsolved. This revelation hints at the possibility that Tony may have had knowledge of criminal activities or individuals that could have put him at risk. The racial dynamics of the time and place cannot be overlooked. While Maine was generally considered safer than New York City during the 1980s and 90s, it was not immune to racial prejudices and tensions. Reports of neo-Nazi activity and hate crimes in Maine, including in Bford, have surfaced over the years, indicating that racial animosity was present in the state. These factors, combined with Tony's own experiences as described by his father, suggest that racial tensions could have played a role in his disappearance. Theories. The disappearance of Angel Tony Torres has been surrounded by various theories regarding possible motives. One prevailing theory suggests that Tony's disappearance may have been drug-related. In 2016, state police disclosed that Tony had traveled from Boston to Bford with another man to sell drugs. The pair reportedly met with unhappy clients, and the other man, who has since died, returned alone, appearing upset and disheveled. Another theory is that Tony may have been targeted because of his alleged knowledge about the unsolved murder of Ashley Ouellette, a Saco teen. 2 months before his disappearance, Tony told his parents he knew who was responsible for Ouellette's murder, which raises the possibility that he was silenced because he knew too much. Additionally, Tony's father, Narciso Torres, has mentioned the potential of a hate crime as a motive. He recalled instances where Tony's interactions with white girls led to racial tensions, suggesting that these interpersonal conflicts could have escalated. These theories, while unconfirmed, point to a complex web of personal conflict and hidden agendas that could have played a role in Tony's tragic disappearance. The investigation remains open, and detectives continue to seek information that could lead to a resolution. Family efforts. In 2004, the family had Tony legally declared dead. Ramona and Narciso Torres have been steadfast in their efforts to keep the memory of their son, Angel Tony Torres, alive following his mysterious disappearance in 1999. They have faced the unimaginable task of living without closure for over 2 decades, yet they have never ceased in their pursuit of answers. The couple has made heartfelt pleas to the public, urging anyone with information about their son's fate to come forward. They have expressed their enduring love and the constant presence of Tony in their thoughts, emphasizing the profound impact his absence has had on their lives. In a bid to encourage people to share any knowledge they might have, Ramona and Narciso have offered a substantial reward. The reward, which has been increased over time, stands as a testament to their determination to find out what happened to their son and, if possible, to bring him home. Their advocacy goes beyond just seeking answers, it's also about honoring Angel's life. They have created an Angel Memorial Garden in the place where he played as a little boy, ensuring that his spirit continues to be celebrated and remembered. The Torres family's unwavering commitment to finding the truth serves as a poignant reminder of the enduring bond between parents and their child, even in the face of the greatest tragedies. Today, the case of Angel Tony Torres, who vanished in 1999, remains a poignant symbol of the countless unsolved mysteries that families across the world grapple with. Tony's disappearance from Bford, Maine, under mysterious circumstances, has not only left a lasting void in the lives of his loved ones, but also serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the complexities of criminal investigations. For over 2 decades, the Torres family has faced the agony of the unknown, yet their resolve has never faltered. They have kept Tony's memory alive through the Angel Memorial Garden, a serene place of remembrance and reflection. Their unwavering hope for closure and their relentless pursuit of truth stand as a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity. The significance of this case extends beyond the personal tragedy of one family. It underscores the importance of community vigilance, the need for continued investigative efforts, and the collective responsibility to support those who are still searching for answers. The Torres family's enduring hope for closure inspires us all to never give up, to keep seeking justice, and to remember that every missing person is someone's child, sibling, or friend, deserving of our unwavering commitment to uncover the truth. The case of Angel Tony Torres raises several pressing questions that reflect the broader issues within the criminal justice system and society at large. What measures can be taken to ensure that racial tensions do not escalate into violence or contribute to crimes? What role does public awareness play in revitalizing cold cases and encouraging new leads? And how can law enforcement agencies foster trust with minority communities to improve cooperation in solving cases? These questions underscore the complexities of missing persons cases and the ongoing struggle for justice and closure faced by families like the Torres. The enduring hope of the Torres family serves as a call to action for all those involved in the pursuit of truth and the resolution of such tragic mysteries.